So you've been on your no heat challenge for the last 2 years, cutting your hair wet yourself or going to hair salons, but you can see once you straighten your hair out that it's really uneven because mechanical damage is the #1 enemy of the natural hair community. So I'm going to teach you how to grow hair and retain length. Now, before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe here to my channel. And once you subscribe, make sure you click that bell notification so you're notified every single time I post another video. To be honest, we're all worried about the wrong thing. The entire natural community is so worried about whether or not their hair is 4B, 4C, or 4A. But in reality, to say that you're 4B or 4C is literally the same thing as saying like, oh, I'm light skinned or I'm dark skinned. What really matters is the structure of your hair. Let's talk about the cuticle. The cuticle of the hair is the outermost part of the hair shaft. It is formed from dead cells overlapping in layers, which form scales that strengthen and protect the hair shaft. While the cuticle is the outermost layer of the hair, it is not responsible for the color of the hair. So understand that the most important thing when it comes to your hair care is your porosity. You need to know if whether or not you're low porosity, medium porosity, or high porosity, so you can determine which products to use to aid your cuticle in protecting your hair shaft. If you want to know, a little bit more and you would like a free checklist, then make sure you check the links in the description box below so you can download your free checklist. It's free, girl. Download it, girl. So as you can clearly see, I'm going in between round brushes, the different sizes, just to get to the different lengths that are all around her hair. This client in particular had split ends in a bunch of different ways. A lot of people are so against straightening their hair to get a trim, but when I say that you need to straighten your hair to get a trim, I'm not saying it from a place of trying to be argumentative or combative. This is coming from a woman who has spent the last 13 years of her career correcting mechanical damage just like this. Just because you have your hair braided up and you're not touching it, or just because it's in a weave and you're not touching it, does not mean you have a protective style. And a lot of times what my clients would do, they would have weaves in their hair. They would just, before they detangle their hair, they would wash it. And then that would lead to matting and tangling, which in return, they wouldn't necessarily get a trim. So they would trim their own hair at home wet. And after a while, after a long period time of doing that, your hair is completely and totally uneven. But in the natural hair community, there is a habit of stretching the hair out while it is wet. And depending on how the curls look and the different vanity metrics you can create, then you think your hair is long. Just because your hair is long does not mean that it is healthy. I have so many women telling me that my videos are helping, so they're gonna keep coming simply because I want to show you guys that, once again, this is not YouTube University TV. This is a professional cosmetologist and herbalist letting you know exactly what your problem is and what is stunning your hair growth. So you guys keep on watching and I'll be back.
soon. Some people try to get by. If you don't have a reason, it's hard to make it all worthwhile. 'Cause what I've got surely makes the world go round. 'Cause I got something real. I got something real. 'Cause I got love. Yeah. I got love.
See, this is where things begin to get a little tricky because people are under the impression that just because their ends are split doesn't mean that they have to cut them. But listen, damaged hair have split ends with missing cuticles. And then with the temporary repair, the split ends can be fixed with silicone. And this is when people say like, oh, my hair was feeling bad, but then I put this product on and it was feeling better. That is a temporary fix. It's like filling a pothole. Eventually, the thing that you put inside of that hole is going to come out and you are going to be stuck with the same exact hole, but this time it's going to be even deeper. Okay? The damage in your ends like that, once it is split, it cannot be repaired. Okay, and your ends, they split in so many different areas. It's not just at the very bottom. You're taking it a little bit too literal. So in this case, there was no way I could save anything. This video actually does the level of damage no justice because underneath, in between by her ears, there were so many different holes. A lot of people ask the question, why do hairstylists always, pick a bob anytime it's time to, trim? Well, first of all, I want to ask the question, how many different hairstyle choices do you see right now? It's not like the book is that full of sugar toots. And then on top of that, most of the time, whenever a woman has damage, they want to keep as much length as possible. So most hairstylists will select a bob because it's the easiest way to create an illusion for our clients visually. Because with a bob, we can get the maximum amount of damage off in the back while leaving as much length as we can in the front for a visual aid for our client, if it was hard for them to let go of the damage. I really hope that makes sense. But I also want you guys to remember, on the flip side, when people come in and get a haircut, a hairstylist is not just like, you didn't book this appointment with me. Now you sit down and you be quiet. And don't you say nothing. Put your head down. You look like you would be cute in a bob. I like giving everybody bobs. You getting a bob today. That's not how it goes. Most of the time, your clients bring in a picture and everybody wants a bob, okay? Especially if you think it's cute. Anyway, so right now, I am just going to go ahead and do some point cutting. I did quite a few different techniques on this haircut just because I didn't... Every time I made a part, there was a new hole. And yeah, it's really hard to figure out exactly what you want to do, because at one point I will go in and point cut, but I'm like, okay, wait, that side doesn't need point cutting. That side needs something else. So as you can see right there, it is a really big hole. So all I could do really was make it asymmetrical, kind of, because this was the shortest I could get her to go. Yeah, this one was really hard, and I'm like sitting here watching it with you and thinking about it because I wasn't expecting it at all. So we're just gonna listen to some music, and let me know in the comments below what you think about this. It was the best I could do, you guys. So if any of the grandchildren have something to say, then hey, keep it to yourself or say it in the comments. It's cool because it boosts up engagement. So I appreciate it. Love y'all. Leave me some comments. Bye.
Don't
listen to them. Just follow the light. You're almost there. Just open your eyes. It's right there. Just follow the light. You're almost there. Just open your eyes. It's right there. Don't be afraid. Be strong. You're not alone. Take a deep breath and realize, trust in yourself. I promise you'll find hope. Oh, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. Only your heart can tell you what is right. You really should listen to yourself. The only thing that truly matters now is that you're doing well. You're doing well, yeah. Don't fall for it. Don't listen to them, baby. Just follow the light. You're almost there. Just open your eyes. It's right there. Just follow the light. You're almost there. Just open your eyes. It's right there. Just follow the light. You're almost there. Just open your eyes. It's right there.
All right, so at this point, this was, the best I could do, guys. Yeah, I am curling it a little tighter because we are in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I remember this summer in particular, it was like 110 outside. So I curled it under tight because if I did not, it was going to be done for by the end of the day. So yeah, make sure you leave me some comments below and let me know what you think about the finished product. And I also want to know, when was your last trim? And if it was longer than 10 weeks ago, I need you to tell me when you're going to get your next trim. I want to know. And don't play, because I'm going to tell the Lord on you. And you're going to have to get a trim.
Done to bring back dignity. Time and time again I relapse, but love has never left me. Perhaps I should have found a way to pay it back. But if I get, will you take? Only take enough to swallow the pain. Drown the pain until it all wash away. From the night to the day you dream, you forgive my mistake. It becomes another habit to break. I'll replay it till the guilt turns to shame. From the night to the day you dream wide awake. Who needs a heart that tears apart? Ruminating cycles me back at the start. Time and time again I relapse, but your love is always waiting. Perhaps I can't save myself, so I fade to black.